good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I thought I make this speech by my own, but as I'm the Director of Global Sales at Global Enterprise Sales at Tuxcare, I thought 30 minutes, 60 slides, only sales stuff, doesn't make sense in that case. And not to borrow you, I invited Jamie as a tech team, and he will then jump over to the technical part. For me, just small introduction, just giving you a hands up who Tuxcare is and what we are doing, and what we are doing together with AlmaLinux, and then from a technical perspective, Jamie will jump over. Quick introduction from you.
Nice to meet everyone. I'm Jamie, the Director of Global Sales Engineering at Tuxcare. So, as Sven said, he will be giving you the initial introduction, and then I'll go into the explanation of the solutions.
Okay. Who knows Tuxcare? Okay. 3 out of, I think 30, 20. Who knows CloudLinux? A little bit more. So Tuxcare was a former division of CloudLinux, and since beginning of this year we are separated from Tuxcare, from CloudLinux, but still working together. CEO is the same, and our main business has 3 pillars. One is extended lifecycle support for your operating systems, languages, runtimes, and applications. Second pillar is live patching, kernel care, and library care in memory, so no one or customers do not have the need to reboot their servers. In addition, small part of that is Radar with code Nurtury. So here it's also combined or added in both of the solution. And last but not least, it's our support, our Tuxcare for AlmaLinux. So with all what I mentioned, ELS product line, live patching product line, we are also delivering that for AlmaLinux. So here together with AlmaLinux and our solutions, we will cover you, we make you secure, and also to bring you or to that you stay in your compliance. What we are providing here is 2 options. First option is a technical support. The second option is a security support here. We added also here, as I mentioned, the live patching. So here the rebootless CVE patching. Coming to you.
So I talk very loud. Can you guys hear me without the microphone? Okay. All right. So I'll try to modulate myself appropriately. I have a booming voice. I used to be in the military many years ago. So the areas we're going to come in, I'm going to talk about the technical support options that we have from our essential support services, and then the security support for our ESU FIPS environments. So as we come in, we want to make sure that on our essentials support, this is your standard break fix around the standard community release. Now, how many of you are familiar with the delivery of Red Hat, Canonical, Oracle, commercial support that they provide? Anybody? Anybody? Okay. So they're charging you services for support, high fee, access to their repository, license management platform, and the ability to get the security patches as well as support. Premium money that you're going to be paying for that. Now, we want the opportunity to offer individual organizations, small, medium, large, the ability to get access to security patches from the open source community. So we've got AlmaLinux. AlmaLinux is, with the community, is on a 6-month incremental for the first 5 years and maintenance. Make sense? Standard? Fair? So what we're going to give you is break-fix support around the operating system itself, vetted access to a repository. We'll give you support around kernel issues. So if you have kernel crashes, we can help you do RCA on those. We'll come in, offer hardened support, and we can offer migration advice. So we do this at a fraction of price, giving you the opportunity to have access to support without the enterprise price of Red Hat, Canonical, and Oracle. So second level, we have the ability, instead of charging you up front for the high level of support on each of an individual server, we give you the opportunity to buy blocks of hours that give you the ability to provide and get access to support that is aggregated across all of your servers. So you can buy a block of hours of 5, 10, 20 hours. This will give you support around your different database structures, identity, infrastructure, package management, and management of deployments, and so on. So you can come in, talk with our team. Then if you have high-level services that you need, architectural design, if you want to have actual implementation work, then we can work with you on a full SOW offer based on the number of hours and solutions. We can take you everywhere from architectural design, build out, management, and even teaching and training your team to take over. So we have those level of opportunities. Now, we go a step farther in the life cycle and extent of how long AlmaLinux is supported. So traditional, let me see if I can get the laser here. So in the dark sky blue, that's your normal life cycle of a community release of an enterprise distribution, same as CentOS, Red Hat, Oracle, Canonical. You've got every 6-month minor release is put out. So that's going to go for the first 5 years, and then you have a remaining 5 years giving you a full 10-year life cycle. Now, how often do you guys like to go through the process of doing that upgrade on the minor releases every 5 months? Or sorry, every 6 months? Y'all enjoy it? Now, do any of y'all have software stacks that have minor release lock-ins? Any? Okay, so normal cycle, that's where the extended or essential support is going to come in. We're going to give you access for that. Now, our next level is our extended security updates and our FIPS. This is going to be coming in for minor release lock-ins. We're currently supporting 9.2 and 9.6. Now, normally those are 2-3 years with Red Hat, Canonical, in their FIPS. Now, is anyone in here familiar with FIPS, FedRAMP, government certified platforms? We have those in the United States, Canada, and there's a lot of countries that are starting to adopt it around the world. Now, these requirements are utilizing cryptographic structures. So this is Tuxcare bringing AlmaLinux the actual opportunity to have it be the first community-driven operating system with support services equaling that of the commercial distributions, meeting US government, corporate, and industry security standards. So with FIPS, as you can see, it is a complete suite of the FIPS validated packages. This is going to be the kernel, OpenSSL, libcrypt, NSS, and GNU TLS. These are specialized packages with specific cryptographic structure that has been validated by a third party for the federal government. So when these are delivered, it means that you are locked into that specific minor release. In the case here, 9.2, 9.6, the current ones that are FIPS validated. We go through the process and we backport all of the CVEs that are part of the progressive standard release cycle. We backport those into the packages and we maintain for multiple years. Now, normally, again, that process is normally around 2 to 3 years for Red Hat and Canonical, Oracle. We're doing it for 7 years on 9.2. We can extend it based on customer needs. We're looking at 7 years to 10 years for 9.6. And then when we get up to 9.10, which will be the next ESU FIPS, That's going to finish out AlmaLinux, which is putting AlmaLinux, instead of a 10-year cycle, upwards of 20 years. Now, who would like to be on who would like to be on a Linux distribution, single distribution path for 10 or 20 years versus 10? You don't have to worry about a lift and shift. Would that be viable for you? Okay. So as we come in, the FIPS maintenance key here is that, again, we have cryptographic packages that we have to be careful on monitoring. If a CVE comes out, we have the ability, if it's not affecting cryptographic packages, we can actually patch around it, release it out to the repository, and it can be utilized. If the cryptographic packages are actually adjusted and need to be patched, we can do that. We can resubmit and have it revalidated. That gives us an extended time period. So each validation is 5 years. If you touch the cryptographic packages, you have to revalidate, and that gives you another 5 years. So simplifying the security, we have security hardening above the standard ESU FIPS. We have the ability to help you adjust and work within your organization to map the CIS and STIG controls across your infrastructure, looking at individual server environments, creating the STIG scripts that are going to go through and assist with automating, whether that's processing it through Ansible, Puppet, or Chef, and making sure that as we're going through, we're auditing your actual configurations, re-auditing if there's any changes to your infrastructure, and making sure that we're also working with you on your accuracy of your scans. So that really brings about the ROI of your opportunities with AlmaLinux. Again, bringing it to enterprise grade, giving you the opportunity to work within the structure and getting that check in the box and getting you support you need that's affordable at enterprise grade level. And then if you ever get into a situation where you want to have the added value of government cryptographic structures within it, we can give that to you with minor release lock-in. And even if you don't need FIPS, there's a lot of organizations that don't want to upgrade every 6 months. They want that minor release lock-in, the stability for their application stack. You can actually get the extended security update structure without having to use the FIPS. So that'll keep you utilizing one particular branch from 7 to 10 years. So that is, I believe, the end of our talk. Any questions?
Yeah, if there's any other questions coming up later, there's my email address, my phone number, and otherwise go on our website. There we have form submissions, and you will then be guided, or the form submission will be guided to the right contact person from our side. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Sven. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jamie.